Hi, you're with Mark and Diane, Real Estate News and Views. And Mark, I'm on week 2 of my sickness, and it is still here.
Yeah, I know it's going around. I started to get a little bit of a head cold, but I think I got it beat living in a sauna. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
so
Um,
condo numbers today. We're going to go over some inventory numbers in the condos today. We're going to break it down by range today. So definitely hang around because it's going to be an action-packed video with all your information you know about Barrie condos,
yeah,
right?
we're gonna do
2 months in a row.
yeah, we're gonna do August and September, see where we're at, and see if it's any better than the freehold market in this world.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's pull the numbers and subscribe for more information on the Barrie Real Estate Simcoe County real estate market. And there's a few links at the top of our descriptions for buyers and sellers to take advantage of. Okay,
Yes. So August, because we didn't do that, was 31 last year, the sales, the condo sales in Barrie, and 35 this year.
okay.
So it was actually up 11%, not down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. And like look at the condo. So June, July, August, they're really
They're doing good.
doing okay compared to previous, months for sure. Really starting off in April. Sorry, it's been 3 months in a row where it's been positive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And September, mark is flat. 32 this year, 31 last year. So basically flat.
Flat. Okay. All right. What's the inventory like?
Well, and this is another thing that's shocking. So last month, the actives were 201 and it in 2024. In 2025, they're 244. We were up 18%.
Okay.
This month, actives last year 206, we're at 228. We're only up 9.6%.
So
If
I
you
question.
notice, well, look at the condo, the inventory. In March, we were 48% more than the year before. Then it went to 29 in April above, 28, 27, 27, 18, 9.
Yeah.
We've been on a steady decrease as far as like inventory splur. Like we had such an influx of inventory and we were like almost 50% higher in March. And every month steadily we're going down to where like we're only at 9.6 now.
And it doesn't. And the sales again. Looking at some of the sales are decent transactions, right? And pretty solid for 3 months. So inventory is definitely coming down. Big drop from there. And then are
And
we?
the average price is actually the highest it's been all year.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I've seen a lot of sales coming up in the condos. Seen a lot of ones over in Coda, Toronto Street, Allen Street. Like it's interesting. It's seeing a bit of a shift towards condos in this market. But you pick up any news media outlet, it's a disaster in GTA markets in Toronto. It's
Oh, the
horrendous.
condo market there is, yeah, apparently like it's horrific and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of listings and nothing selling, but they also have the problem of all the new builds.
Correct. New inventory. I think there was 30,000 more units, if I'm not mistaken, that are taking possession this year in the Toronto market. And look at all the builders down there that have really scaled back on projects.
And look at us, Mark, and Barrie really last year we had a huge influx with Spiceway and that whole area down here in the South End.
Yep.
This year, the only really new condo building was Debut so far.
Yeah. And those are transitioning, right? They all haven't been transferred over to the owners yet.
No, not
Now,
yet.
some have taken occupancy. I mean, sorry, a final closing has taken place, some, but there's still quite a few. The building's three floors. So it's going to take some time. But it'll be interesting to see in the new year where the inventory is going to be from that building. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
again,
my only thing is, I think, and you dealt with people here, I'll stop the share for a second. you went and looked at some of those units, and unfortunately, people paid more than they can even get for them.
Yeah, I've talked to a past client that closed on a couple weeks ago, bought it, a few years ago, and it was 50, the valuation shifted by 50K, right?
So
So,
are they like a lot of people aren't going to be able to put them on the market. They're going to just have to rent them or live in them.
well, that or the builder's gonna take some back. It's coming because not everybody, this gentleman's in a good financial position, so it was okay for him. But if it wasn't, how could you close, right?
Yeah.
We need this much more money on closing. Not everybody has that.
Well, I don't think we're going to see a big influx of inventory because they'd have to sell at a loss,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So that's about the only one I know of that's coming up anytime soon.
yes, yes. Yeah, I agree.
So year over year, last year we were at 287 year to date till the end of September. We're now at 297. We're up 4%.
On year to date.
Yeah.
Okay, so year to date on the freehold market, we're down 9% and 4% up on condos. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's interesting to me because all of the news media is saying that the condo market is so horrible.
Well, they're talking bigger centers, right?
Yeah.
Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. They're not in these small markets that we're in. No, we don't really. Yeah, we have some inventory, we have some buildings, but it's not dominated by condos. Where big centers it is, right?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like in Simcoe County, Barrie is really the biggest condo market there is.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
Midland, I think, has a few now, and Wasaga Beach has a couple, and and the only other ones really around here is in Friday Harbor in Innisfil,
Correct. Correct.
which
Yes.
aren't moving worth a darn either.
No, nice community down there though. I was down there for dinner a couple weeks ago. I did spend some time. I do like that community down there. Would I live? If I was for summer months, yeah. I don't think I want to be a full-time resident there, but I did like the facilities. Anyway,
You know what? I like the facilities. I like that. Like there's some nice restaurants there.
right,
My problem, I've had a couple clients looking there to buy, and they wanted to say like rent it out when they're not there. The problem is you can definitely do that. They have a management company and stuff that does that, but there's hundreds available all the time.
yeah. Well, it's a big community down there now. It's big. And can still continue. There's still more building going on.
Yeah, they're
So
still selling new ones.
yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting spot. Like I like going down for dinners, like the marinas. But anyway, let's go back to some numbers. Check out some more numbers here.
Yeah, so I have it broken down by uh, price range.
Okay.
So 3 to 4, 5 last year, 6 this year. So basically, well, if you look down here, Mark, look, we have
Wow.
basically no changes.
Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 to 4, 5 sales last year, 6 this year, and 40 actives.
So this is where it gets interesting, where we look at the inventory, you know. Give me one second, I'll clear this six. So in that um, in that 3 to 4 range, 15% are selling.
85% are not.
Right. So, and we know again, it comes down to the thing where we do have some buildings that in
Mhm.
the community that have high fees, right? We see them. They're hard
Yes.
sells. A high condo fee is a tough sell.
Oh, it is. It
And if
is.
that's
And
how you end.
it doesn't even matter the building, you know what I mean? Unless you're in, you know what I find, Mark? Like say Nautica or your building that it's not that high yet, but it's getting up there now.
It's
But
high. Building side went up. We went up 57% last year. We
yeah.
had a increase of 57%. And yeah, I was kind of bitter about it, but I'm not bitter about it anymore because what happens if some things, again, it's new building built during the COVID times, you know what I mean? Warranties, are they going to do some things? So there could be some big expenses coming out. So the management team, the directors are taking an approach at let's bump up these reserves. So later on, we don't have to worry about things. It's the right call to make.
Well, yeah, and people have to understand when they buy a condo, until the condo board takes over and you have a certain amount of occupancy, the builder is setting that rate and it always goes up huge after.
Super low. I
Yeah.
said 4.5. For this building facilities we have, never.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're at par, right?
And well, I find in the really high-end buildings, the fee doesn't matter to people because they can afford the condos. And if you want to be in Nautica or you want to be in your building, they're willing to pay for all that stuff.
They are, and I took some clients back a couple months ago to both buildings, Nautica first and here, and I lived at Nautica and I liked it, but it's getting old, right? You see the big transition from old to new. Nice building, don't get me wrong, but just the hallways, the lighting, the carpeting, the facilities, they're old,
Yeah.
right? 15, 16 years old. So it's a big transition going from there to in here where we have everything's brand new, very modernized, very big facilities when it comes to hot tubs, steams and saunas, very modern looking. So, we didn't see that in Nautica. So, and again, that buyer that's coming that will want to do for location or enjoy those facilities, you know, the condo fees, they are what they are.
Yeah. And if you can afford to live there, you're okay with that fee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 4 to 500, 12 sales last year, 12 this year, exactly the same.
Okay, the inventory. Let me just get the inventory.
78 actives.
Again, 15%, 85%, 15% are selling. So again, in these, I'm not going to repeat myself, but I will for 3 seconds. Past are related to the fees. Some of the fees are high in these low price point buildings.
Yeah. Sorry, 5 to 6, 7 sales this year, 8 last year, basically no change, but this is the biggest inventory, 82.
Yeah.
That's only 10%, isn't it?
Um, yes. Yep.
90% aren't selling.
Yep. It's a lot of inventory in that range. It's funny. Look at the low inventories in the higher ranges then.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like this is why it's really weird to me. So even 6 to 7,
Yep.
600 to 700, there's only 26.
Yep. Yep.
And there was 5 sales last year, 5 this year.
Yep. 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 Yes, in that range, 20% are selling 20% are selling, 80% aren't selling in the 6 to 7 range. There's just not a lot of inventory. And it's funny, years ago that was reversed. We didn't see a lot of inventory in the lower ranges. We saw it in the higher ranges.
Well, my question is, did prices go down?
Well, prices did go down for sure, right? Some prices got down, and we're not are we that again back some time ago, we saw the increase in inventory in the higher ranges. Some would sell, some would have taken off. We don't get our money, we're taking it off. Some would have leased it out. But
I
seeing active movement in the condos, I see
I have
it.
a question for you. So you had one in Nautica,
Mhm.
1,400 square feet around.
1464. Yeah.
Do you think you would get the price that you got then?
What I sold it for, would I get that price today?
Yes.
Yeah, it was because again, I sold that's 5 years ago. So
But do you think you wouldn't get way more?
no, no, I don't think you get way more, but I think you'd it's not $1 million because it's not $1 million. It could be a 950. I sold it for 860. It was nicely done. And again, that terrace too was nice. But when I say the terrace was nice, it was nice for me, but I didn't care who was looking down. my neighbors. The feedback came from people that showed it. We like the terrace. We don't like everyone has the ability to see us. From all built, like you just go over your balcony. Oh, what's Mark doing today?
Yeah,
To me,
and what was the square footage of that terrace? It was huge.
it was 2,000 square feet outside. Like I had it really, it took me 2 months to stage that because I had so much space. I can't put, I had a lot of furniture pieces, but I had a lot of big planter boxes to make it a really great use of outdoor space,
It was
right?
a beautiful terrace, but you're right, you had no privacy
Oh, there's no
because
privacy.
the
No.
whole building can look down on you.
And that's the biggest thing about the condos. And we have them, excuse me, we have them here at Lake House, where the fourth floor has the outdoor terraces. Like I don't, wouldn't bug me, but from a resale standpoint, I think buyers should be aware of that concern. Like when I go to my aunt's on the fifth floor and I go down there and went, holy cow, you're very close. You can see everything. So fifth floor wouldn't be an ideal spot either, but it's just, do you know what I'm saying? It's just, you have no privacy,
Yeah.
right? And
Are you allowed giant umbrellas or per like
yep,
gazebos on that
not gazebo,
level?
but umbrellas, yes. Yep. And everyone has them, right? Because they get super hot,
Yeah,
right?
you would have to.
You have
No,
to.
I just wondered if you thought you would get the same because 5 years ago you would think you would have a nice increase, but I don't think you would.
Um,
Not right
yeah,
now.
not right now because look what if it, that condo would be a million in 2022, maybe even a bit more, maybe 1,050,000, maybe not now. It's an
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I
So
really
the prices on these condos, they've gone down. That's why
yeah,
there's more in the lower price ranges, I think. Look, at 7 to 8, we only have six listings, 8 to 9, only six.
yeah,
And we
smaller.
have one sale in each one.
Yep,
9 to 1 million, we only have two.
yep,
But
yep,
yet 1 million plus, we have 12.
yep,
And there was two sales,
yep,
and there was only one last year.
yep, yep. And
So like in the higher ranges, there's really nothing going on. Like there's no inventory, but there's no flipping sales. There's no nothing.
right, and some of this inventory, and there's a few in my building, and and a million above, to the wrong units, right? Some have west exposure and a bit of water side. If they were all south featuring and they had a larger balcony, they'd be sold. They don't. So there's some,
You've seen some high ones sell,
100%. They do sell.
and they sell if they're really like waterside, big balcony, big units. They sell rather quick, don't they?
They do. They do. hmm But there's none of them available right now, right?
Yeah,
Where they have all those features. So it's tough. Some have some west exposure. You got a bit of exposure looking down. The view is south, right?
yeah.
Like I'm looking out now, I see all water. I see the other side of
The
just
bay.
I can see it all. I see the South Shore Center. Um, those views. Again, some units have, but some of those you also have smaller balconies, which is just tough. They're hard sells. You have a gigantic unit and you got a piss ass outdoor living space,
Well, it's really small.
really small. Like, and then here I have a small unit with a large balcony, which I love. We're out there all the time.
Yeah,
It's almost 200 square feet. We have a kitchen table out there. We have a couch and with bistro. We have lots of space.
yeah,
We're out there, April on.
yeah,
Like, so that's an extension of the unit. So the
yeah.
unit, I don't love the unit size, but it works for two of us, you know, but it
Well,
works.
well, the thing is, you have an extension of your living space for 8 or 9 months of the year, which makes it okay. I know I've seen some of the balconies on the other ones,
Yep.
and I don't even know how you put like a decent sized table. You can't.
Can't. You can fit a bistro set. So it's tough. I haven't seen any really good inventory in the higher ranges in this building in some time. It doesn't come up.
They don't come up. Well, because the building's not that old. So, like, people just moved in a year or two ago. They're not leaving yet.
They're not leaving. That's the thing, right? They're hanging around.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So
but
the
that
condo market overall, we still got a lot of inventory,
there's some
but
in, yeah.
that like our sales are up, our inventory's lower, and if you have something desirable in an area and a building that is very desirable, it seems to be selling.
It does. It does. The stuff that's not selling is in the lower range where there's lots of inventory, and those buildings are old.
Yeah.
Old. I
Well,
saw,
even I think there's a lot in the Spiceway and the Lakeview Terrace up there. It's
uh,
just they're not very desirable locations. That's the problem.
I don't mind the locations. I think there's a lot of built out facilities and shopping and access. Like some of them they have some good things. And those ones aren't that bad on fees. It's the older buildings in the city center, high fees. Coda's not cheap for what you get, right? So they become costly, right? And I seen a condo townhome sell right across from Manette's office there, 899.
Oh, they're nice in there, eh?
Nice. Guess what the fee is? $1,700.
Oh my God.
There's about 12 units, I think. Beautiful. I love the layouts, 2,000 square feet. I could move there tomorrow.
I love them too. They are nice.
Right. Have a hard time paying a high tax base and then a $1,700 condo fee on top of it because those costs are spread out amongst 12 people.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets to be expensive. I mean, if they didn't have that, like, I don't know why they did that. You know what I mean? Like, make it a podle. Why did you have to do a condo fee?
I
Why
know.
did
Well, you know what though, Mark?
involved
Like,
in it too? We don't know if there's windows and all that stuff into it, roofs. Some are excluded from that stuff, but I just would have did a podle.
well, the thing is, how many years ago was it built? And a pothole years ago wasn't even a thing. You know what I mean? When we first started out, who even knew what a pothole was?
Yeah,
Like, nobody did that.
I know. I
And
know.
now it's common.
Right? Just to do the drive, people do their own landscaping or just, I don't know, do a podle for the landscaping too.
Yeah.
I would have. It's just so expensive there. Great location. Love it.
Units are beautiful. They're huge,
Huge. They're huge.
but you
But
need a lot of cash.
you need some cash to stay there and to absorb. And I would be that to me, that's a risky move, right? You better really want that building and that location. And it's a hard sell down the road.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I think we've
Think we
covered.
did a good job here.
Yeah, I think there's just, you know what I mean? The condo market's chugging along okay, but again, transactions are up last couple months. It's good. We're setting some inventory. Again, prices are down from where they were.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, enjoy the weekend.
You too. See ya.